There's 2 claps, and we were recording the whole entire time. That's 3. Can I get a 4th?
No more claps. You got to pay money for these claps.
Can I get a witness?
Can I get a name?
A witness. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How we doing, boys? All right, here we go. All right, let me see if I get in here nicely. Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
okay, we're all
You like to tangle up all your cords there, dog.
Hey, I got you, baby. I got you. This is, it's new. It's been a while.
We live, baby. We live.
Maybe we can get some numbers on this one now, because the last couple.
We're on the dredge of the basement.
Yeah, seriously, it's
the ceilings are so nice and white.
The lighting's good.
Probably one of the best well-lit places.
It's a very inviting environment.
We could have done it at Joe's at his new place. Oh, look at these boots, Joe.
Yeah, we
could have.
Yeah, I didn't think. I didn't realize when you guys said it was going to be here. I was like, either Pat's got family over or he's out of town, but I didn't know. And I wasn't going to text him to find out.
It's a smart move.
Yeah. No, I didn't realize that he was going to have today. So we, like Joseph, have been remodeling a property a lot longer than I would ever imagine my life to be doing. But this, when you rent to a hoarder, things get really messed up, Joe.
You do and redo everything.
It's so insane. And everything takes, like yesterday, me and Chris were putting in outlets and light switches. And
I was just watching.
It took an hour to get all those in.
Doing a real poor job at it.
Sarah said something. She's like, I was like, there's the condition of the apartment isn't like too bad. The floors are great. They've got carpet in them in a couple spots, but the walls, it just looks lived in. It's not like holes in walls or anything, but it's like cracks, patching everywhere.
It's been beat.
And Sarah goes, "What? Why don't we hire someone to do this?" And I was like,
I've been preaching that, Bill, for a while.
It's going to cost too much. She goes, "Okay, but hear me out. You could do this for the next 3 weeks, every 3, 4, 5 hours a night, really hating your life. Or you could hire a guy and he could do it for 2-3 days." And I go, okay, I'm not.
But I'd still be hating my life.
Not mad at your argument, but let's just get this in. Maybe we'll build back up the pile of cash and then we'll
also
get to enjoy that.
No offense to Sarah, 2 to 3 days. Like, come on.
It depends on what you're getting done, right? I mean, painting you could probably get done in 2 or 3 days.
No, that's fair.
I mean, there's certain things that it sounded like for Joe that there wasn't much, like maybe some fixing of the walls. Like obviously, if they got to patch the walls, you got to wait a day to dry, sand it down, then you got to paint it.
Then and it also sounded like Joe said he was going to be tearing down the kitchen.
Oh, I stopped paying attention for a hot minute.
Forget about it. There's no way that's
the kitchen would take at least 2 weeks.
Yeah. So then Joe in the same spot is going to be doing the same thing. And then you're talking probably $10,000, maybe $5,000 to $10,000 in cost to rehab.
Oh, it's $5,000.
Don't you think?
Oh, it's easily $5,000.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's easily $5,000. Depending on what it's also depending on what materials you use, what you want done. But yeah, easily $5,000.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys saw my cool new sweater.
Oh yeah, I have a cool new hat.
Let's see it, baby. Is it? My man. Oh, yeah.
I have a cool onesie in my bedroom.
I bought the onesie. And I was like, I went through the shop and I was like, let's make the shipping worth it. Let's see if there's anything else.
Oh, that makes sense.
I found this hat and I grabbed it and I was like, I like it.
I got this is on clearance for $30. My only fear is beer. So we're, of course, starting the holiday season with a little Fistmis from Revolution Brewing.
Proudly brewed only in Chicago.
Nice.
It clearly says that on the can.
I appreciate that.
I was gonna say, are you sure? Because now all the places do it, but yeah, you're right. It's legit right there.
You can't advertise that. That'd be false advertisement. This would be a lawsuit, Joseph.
We know corporations don't lie.
Yeah, never. Not once. No. But it's a dark color, and I'm very scared of this beautiful grayish white sweater. And I know Chris is thinking to himself, this is going to be the only time he's ever going to wear this sweater.
It's over after today.
Oh yeah. So
it's gonna get bumped once.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us on a beautiful
Wednesday.
Blackout Wednesday. We used to do a little thing before, but you know what? One a week for you guys is way more than enough. I personally cannot get the stupid YouTube sound, this sound to that to ever match anymore. It is impossible for me.
You aren't as good as you once were.
I'm not. I'm so disappointed. Today, I went to my uncle's office. I sat in the basement for 45 minutes, played it over and over and over again. And then I thought it was perfect. ran the system. 3 hours later, ran it and watched it, and it was off.
So you can only tell after processing.
Yeah.
it.
So what I'm thinking about doing is processing it, because if I get like 10%, it'll tell me right away. So I'm going to process it, see it. If it's not good, delete, retry, delete. Instead of because I cannot get it for the life of me anymore.
What's the program that you use to match up the audio and the video?
Oh man, now I got to think about it. It's I'll text it to you. It's a free program.
I'm just curious. Yeah, I'm just curious how it
I might
works.
have to start. But also I'm thinking because again, I'd like to buy one thing for the podcast each year, and I've been kind of thinking, what do I want? Is it a GoPro? Better lighting. I would love to be able to
better guest hosts.
Yeah, well, we need some guest hosts
or people that better hosts.
Better hosts on the podcast if we do the whole podcast. Joe's the only one who could stay because he's the only one who ever brings us numbers.
Well, listen, I am very consistent. You don't have to change the day of the week. Beard sent me a text like, "What day of the week can you do the podcast this week?" I'm like, "Well, I'm free Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday." He's like, "That's good." I'm like, "No, that's pretty sad."
I'm really hoping for Saturday that it doesn't end up in a sleepover, but it probably will. And that'll be.
That's good. It's good to plan to just understand what your situation is.
Yeah.
You can always take the Metro.
That's an optimistic way of looking at it.
I'm not gonna lie. I did mentally when I thought about it, I'm like, it's just a little awkward. I could never see myself sleeping over at Lauren's parents' house. I'll be honest.
The first time I ever slept over, actually the first 2 times I ever slept over. We were not living together at this point, but they're like, okay, we have, Sarah's in her room and your bed is in this office off to the chute over here. Complete opposite.
They could not let you live in Slin.
I was like, okay, all right, cool. And then I later turned to Sarah and I was like, am I really going to have to sleep in this office? She's like, no, they'll go to bed and then you come up to our room or you come up to my room and then we'll do it. I was like, okay. And so we didn't do it. Not do it. Sorry, that's a poor choice.
We'll do it.
And then we'll do it. We'll sleep.
I was going to let that slide because I knew where he was going.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Joe saw the look I gave you.
I saw it. I was like, no, we didn't do it. We definitely didn't do it. But, yeah, and then one of the earliest wake-ups I've ever, the sun's coming up. And I was like, oh, what a beautiful morning. Let's go downstairs and not be seen in this bedroom. Yeah. And then same thing the second time. Second time they were like, "Oh, you'll stay in Steven's bedroom with Steven, her brother, because somebody else was in the other room. There was another person for whatever the holiday was." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And Steven just looked at me and he's like, "It was Steven's
not a goddamn chance.
He doesn't show a lot. He's very stoic, very stoic. All I could see were his eyes, and when he looked at me, his eyes said, "Not gonna happen." And I was like, I don't want to do this either, but your mom is making this happen. We said this with our eyes. And then eventually everybody fell asleep, and then I snuck into Sarah's again. And again, that morning, woke up, sun rising, worst sleep ever, sun rising, but I come down, and Sarah's mom is down there. And I was like, oh, no, she knows. She probably knows that I slept with Sarah, and we're living in sin. And I was
they made this house, their parents' house, the house of sin.
Super nervous. She was acting weirdly. And then later that day, I can't remember what it was, but she's like, oh man, when I saw you this morning, I was so worried. And I said, oh, you were worried about what? She's like, I hadn't brushed my teeth, so I was trying to stay as far away from you as possible. So the whole time I'm thinking she's pissed off at me, doesn't want to talk to me, doesn't really want to acknowledge me. Nah, she just has morning breath and she's worried about that. And I thought, she knew we were
living in sin.
Yep.
That's what was it on Saturday in Johnny's bachelor speech where he's like, he's thanking Mike's in-laws for letting him and his wife sleep over at their place. It's like, wow. There ain't no damn chance. No way. No.
I don't know how that happens. I honestly don't. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you.
All right. I mean, I get it. They live way out. Don't they live in
Yes. Oh, I get it.
Cary, Illinois or something?
Probably had a party. They had probably a block party that Mike invited them to, and they all crashed there or whatever. I honestly have no idea. But
I mean, something along those lines, right?
How was the wedding last weekend?
So for the final wedding of 2023,
thank the Lord,
Mr. Michael B,
Mr. Basso, who's this Bassio individual, was an unbelievable wedding. I had a blast. The dinner, Friday night dinner. So here, I'll give you a little bit of a rundown.
Yeah, give us a rundown of the Friday first.
Oh man, so Mike's a kind of a very.
I want to butt in. I have one question and one question only from Friday. have you had a chance to watch the concert that you got sent on Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Dude, it was awesome.
I watched it all Saturday.
Those snaps were sitting there on like Sunday night, and I'm like, when is Peter going to watch my snaps?
It's the one time the Pat Lynch snap train was 100% in force and needed.
Oh, dude, it sucked because like I would send stuff to Chris and he would comment to me, and I couldn't
go look because you wanted to say the concert.
Because I wanted to watch the concert. It was so awesome. You guys had amazing seats. The band played. The band sounded amazing. I don't know if
absolute bangers. Yeah, I didn't even realize how many songs Old Dominion.
Yeah, Joe was like, I know this song.
I was like, oh my god, I'm never not going to see Old Dominion in Chicago again.
100%.
Funny story. We ended up at the wrong end of our aisle, and we didn't realize we had aisle seats, so we walked from one end to the other end.
Nice.
Complete. Bothered all the older ladies in the aisle.
Pissed off the older ladies behind us. They did not like the fact that we were standing.
They were upset.
Just whatever. These are the people. This is an all-state crowd.
Yeah,
you're just an all-state crowd. You're a bunch of old idiots.
We were in the all-state.
You are, and also, what are you doing at Old Dominion? This isn't like your old person country music. This guy's lively beats. You want to get up and sing. Mm-hmm. I didn't get. Well, that.
I mean, the 4 rows in front of us.
The whole side to us, right of us. I swear to God,
was standing.
Everybody, from top to bottom, everybody's standing.
Yeah,
we just ended up in the row where there's a bunch of curmudgeon-y old people.
Yep. There was a couple old school looking Italian dudes that probably grew up in Rosemont. Yeah. Just sitting down. Every time I would look at him, I go, that's a dude who looks like he's always got a hoagie on him.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
So Friday, I leave work, I get home. I have to make the decision because Friday's traffic was miserable. Just absolutely terrible. So I had to make the decision, do I leave early or do I leave? When do I leave? I'm either going to be an hour, I'm going to be late, or I'm going to be 15 minutes. I'm going to be 15 minutes late or 15 minutes on time. I left.
There's no leeway.
There really isn't. There's no, you can't judge it enough because you could just get in really, really bad traffic, or the 90 for some reason
is wide open. They're 30 minutes early.
Yeah, because it's really, on a normal 90 highway, it's a 30-minute drive. This highway, could be from 45 to an hour 15. And so I left early. It's also not the greatest neighborhood. And 5:45, or 5:30, it's dark. We need to be there at 5:45. Yep. So I'm there 15 minutes early. The Uber driver lets me out, waits there for 5 minutes to make sure I don't die. Also, playing the Christian rock radio, which to me, we'll side note this.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
It was super aggressive on no gays, the liberals teaching kids to be gay, all this stuff. And I'm in my head, I'm like, listen, I thought it was funny. Your opinions, you're more than welcome to. But as an Uber driver, in the city of Chicago, which is leans a little bit more, left, this seems like a very bad idea for this man.
Oh, I mean, in general, you have your own beliefs, but you're driving other people around. Yeah. You have one of two options. Or in this situation, you don't have to play stuff that, if you don't believe in stuff like leaning hard left, you don't have to listen to that. You don't put on stuff that leans hard right. If you don't like anything that's on the radio, then you just turn the radio off, like a lot of people do. And you just sit there in silence. It is what it is.
And so, again.
Or put talk radio on. Who cares?
In my head, I kept thinking, I'm like, this guy he's going to get his ass chewed out one day.
Oh, he absolutely will.
Oh, yeah. Or fucked with in some fashion. Yeah.
They could be turned into a fight. Because this is, it also on the, it seemed pretty aggressive. It was truly blaming, the liberals for the corruption of young kids. I was like, this is insane. So I get 5:30, get down to the west side of the city of Chicago. If you don't know the west side of the city of Chicago, don't ever go in the west side of the city of Chicago.
This is all the stuff you hear about on the news about shootings, stuff like that. This is where it happens.
That blocks the far south side.
Blocks from Garfield Park.
Yep.
For coincidence, Lauren's work was 5-minute drive from right there.
She said that she's never been there, but she works within 5
one
minutes.
Of their offices?
Her office is in 5 minutes from there.
So I get there. The lights are off in this place. I'm sitting outside. I'm like, I need to get to a bar. I need to get somewhere. So I'm not standing in dress clothes in front of this place. I'm about to get jacked up. I kind of open the door. It's not there. I'm like, crap. and there's nothing around me, Joe. It's all warehouses and like a YMCA.
I saw your Snapchat. I was like, where the fuck are you?
So eventually, thank God, the lady who's like the caretaker of this place, who's just there to open and close it, lets me in. She's like, you can have the run of the place. So there's no one else there, just me and this huge wedding venue. I just like literally just immediately sat down. 20 minutes later, so 5:50, the next person shows up.
Nice.
People I've never met before.
And the whole thing's supposed to start at 5:45. Right?
Start at 5:45.
They want you there at 5:45, so it starts at 6.
Oh, okay.
Again, I don't know anybody. People are just coming in. I'm like trying to they all know each other. So it's the hardest thing of like, it's so hard when you're just trying to like, again, you're sober, you're traumatized, you're trying to get in the mix of it all. Groom is an hour late, so he just gets to run through it really quickly. We do this for an hour. Then we have to, we go to the dinner. And again, it's all on your own to get to the dinner.
Yep.
Lauren decides that she's gonna come pick me up. And she's running about 10 minutes late. So everybody leaves again. I'm out sitting out front.
It's at yours truly over here.
And it's just me and the west side of the city of Chicago sitting out in the cold. I'm like, Lauren, you need to break some speed laws here. Like, let's go. And the lady who opened the door for me was locking the door. And she looked at me and she's like, first one in, last out, huh? I like your style. And I'm like, she's like, you could come in here. I'm like, nope, I'll just die out here alone, lady. Don't worry about it.
If I could die now,
yes,
end this miserable existence, that'd be great.
Go to dinner. Dinner's great. We do the whole thing. I'm watching the clock. It's getting to. It's
ticking away, baby. It's ticking away.
Mike's mom has a beautiful speech. Mike's sister has a beautiful speech. I'm like, okay, come on. And food again. The food. It's like these people know, but food is just taking forever and ever. And then they have like a 20-minute cocktail hour right before dinner. I'm like, come on. Eventually, dinner's done. It's 10 o'clock. And I'm thinking, it's going to take me half an hour to get down there. This concert could go to 11, so I could get a half an hour.
Yep.
Also, I could just stay here, but I don't really know anybody. Probably could get to know everybody here. I was like, I didn't know what to do. It's like, forget it. I want to see Old Dominion. I'll at least see a couple songs. We fly. The 90 is
a parking lot
from downtown.
Oh.
And I'm like, Lauren and I, like, I'm trying to, like, Lauren's also like, she's taking it slow when she should be taking it fast, and taking it fast when I'm like, I don't want to die either. Eventually get there.
I don't need to see Old Dominion that bad, dude.
Yeah, I'm okay. Let's go home. We get to the All-State Arena, which, again, I literally get off out of the car, man. I'm like, Lauren, thank you so much. Have a great night. I start running.
You had the bucket.
I'm like, yeah, I couldn't wait in this stupid line to get to in there. I had no idea what to do. I'm like, do I?
Mind you, none of us had any idea what you do, because like we had no idea if you could still get in.
Yeah. Even get in, yeah.
So I had no idea what I should do. I literally just saw some people come out. I just walk right in. No one's looking. I just fly. The only luck I've had all of November is the staircase I chose led me directly to the row that I needed to be in, ran down the stairs, and caught 4 songs, which was phenomenal.
Yep.
And caught the last one, the banger. Like the
banger.
The headliner.
Yep.
Even though I would have loved to see the first hour of the concert more than the...
Yeah, they played a lot of really good songs.
Oh, dude, it was...
Throughout, man.
Just for those 4 songs, it was amazing. So then Saturday, get up, work out with Chris. Chris is a gem. We get down to... Again, they call for 11:30. I want to get there a little early. I want to spend a little time with Mike. See if I can help him out with anything, whatever. Me and one other guy get there at 11. So everybody, the call is 11:30.
I'm assuming this is Mike's like hotel
so Mike's
room.
Mike.
He got a house like 2 blocks from the United Center.
Oh,
so
very interesting neighborhood.
Beautiful.
Well, this is also like
Insane.
close to the venue and everything, right?
It's like a mile away.
Yeah, so not bad.
All right.
But this is, again, he had enough room for the girls to get ready, the guys to get ready.
So everyone's getting ready in this place.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
We do. So I get there. No joke. It is 12:15 before. So it's me, this other guy, the father, the brother, Mike, and he's got 7 groomsmen, and everybody else came at 12:15.
Oh wow.
Everybody took his cues to when to come. Like, we'll do it when we get there. We'll figure it out. We get the weirdest part was like we all had to get dressed there, but the women were supposed to stay in one spot, and they decided they wanted the whole house. So we got cornered in like a back spot.
Okay.
Like 7 dudes huddled up together, getting dressed together.
Nice.
Great way to meet some guys you've never met before.
Cool.
Also, potentially might have been the only one started to drink at 11. Thought it was an open invitation to the Michelob Ultras, which Coors Light, you ever go to business, Michelob Ultras, not the worst. Not the worst. Takes a little bit more, though. I'm going to be honest with you.
A little more bubbly for my taste, but yeah.
It takes a lot more, though.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I was on probably 10. And
the kid was wasted by the time we saw him. I know how I know he was wasted? Because you couldn't find us in the crowd.
Oh, yeah, that was not great. But you also were hidden.
No, we were not. There was nobody next to us.
So, great day. Here's the thing. So, we're getting on the party bus. No. So, in our group, people, like, we all think, wow, okay, this is where we're probably POSs.
Well, definitely. There's no question.
Think, get on the party bus. Who's got the cooler filled?
Yeah, of course.
Nobody.
That's not even the question. It's like, where is the cooler? Because it's already filled.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
The last, I don't know, 4 or 5 weddings I've been a part of, or like Sarah's been a part of, and I've been through, serendipitously through her. They always have coolers in the thing. Like, I remember going.
Well, he had a stock fridge, but nobody was putting anything in the coolers. And I'm like,
Were you just going to sit on the bus?
What are we doing on the bus, guys? So then I, being the gentleman that I am, I go to Mike, hey, what's kind of situation here? What are we doing? They need some help. He's like, yeah, like, and he, he's running around with his head cut off. All of it, like, the best men should be like,
taking care of business.
What the hell are we doing here?
Yeah.
I fill all the coolers up. Also, it seems like I'm the alcoholic. I'm literally carrying on 4 coolers of alcohol, and I got a case under my arm. I look like the idiot.
Yeah.
By the end of it, we finished every last ounce of it.
Really?
There wasn't. They're like, Peter, throw me a beer, and I'm like, Elway throwing bombs in this party bus,
hitting people in the face, pretty much.
Also, the music selection could have been better.
Dick shot.
I saw a couple of those snaps. That music was not great.
Listen, I did tell Lauren if we ever get married, I don't care if we go around the block we go for an hour around the block, or like half an hour. We just get on the bus together. I think there's nothing better than the party bus for a wedding.
Party bus is awesome. I mean
that for yours, the first like 20 minutes when the wedding, the bridal side didn't get on, was the best 20 minutes ever.
Even my dad talks about that still. He's like, God, you guys were having a fun time. Then the ladies came on.
And then they got on afterwards, and you told everybody to have fun, and nobody listened to you.
No. At least then, at that point, it was kind of like going there, it was separated. So it was like all the guys in the front, all the ladies in the back. Now, on the bus ride, to the venue, it was a little more mixed, and I was way up in front with my beautiful, beautiful wife, who I had just married, but
very disappointed with the choice.
Being had. There was a separation.
It was in the back of the bus.
It was like a moat of sorts. It's like the castle with all the boys having fun in the back of the bus. There's a big old moat of bridesmaids just looking like humdrum pat in between, just not wanting any of it.
So
Yours looked good. They had lights. It almost looked like because like ours was a proper bus, right? It was like seat.
Yeah.
Yours was like everybody faced each other kind of thing.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever done anything like that. I thought that was fun. Our party bus was better just because I like, not that it wasn't fun, but I'm more
the
of
people,
our music. Yeah. Oh yeah. The other thing is the people for sure. Like these guys were great. But it just took a long time for them to kind of warm up.
Yeah.
I really had to chisel at the old hard. But by the end of the night, we're all having a great time.
Yep.
The funnest thing about the wedding was Mike and Bree met at Federales.
Okay, I had a question because I had seen some snaps.
So they met at Federales, and they wanted to go there, and they wanted to take pictures there because they met there.
Yep.
And they threw and Mike bought ice shots for everybody.
Yep.
And you throw it at the bell, and of course, you can go check this out on the podcast S&P for Instagram, or you can check out our shorts on YouTube at Podcast S&P. And you can see your boy throw a nice
completely missing.
Yeah, Jeff got it. I didn't, though.
Yep.
Jeff's the guy.
But you were part of the tag team that did.
Me and Jeff. It was the best. So we've met Jeff before. Of course, he only remembers Chris.
I mean, why not, right?
You know, the other thing that really hurt my feelings on Saturday, too, is Phil. Me and Phil, I thought, had a connection. And he asked me if I was the older brother.
Who is Phil?
Oh, it's okay. So here's the other thing. Sorry, Phil. You're right. I apologize. Phil is Bree's dad.
Sarah's father, my father-in-law, Phil. Like who?
Phil. I think his name is Phil. I've heard other names called for this guy.
I thought it was Bill.
Oh God, was that called? It could have been Bill.
I thought Phil was my best friend. I may be wrong on his name.
I thought it was Bill.
It could be Bill. Phil.
Yeah, you're close. You're close.
Will from West Philadelphia.
I'll never see him again.
So he thought you were older than I was.
Yeah. I'm like, how? He's like, he's bald. He's got. Is it the beard? And he's like, he
feels like he's more exuberant. He's got more life in him than you do.
Okay, that's not it.
It's not it.
That's not
You're
it.
clearly not it.
That's not it.
I'm just better looking. That's what the people...
You know what it is? It's because you're shy. I got just an old soul. I like to talk to people.
No, the people are like, he's better looking.
So
they want 4 more years of Chris, baby.
Yeah. So
not your old ass.
We did the Federales, and then they went to, I got to ask Mike why, but then we sat in the middle of the street while they went to Peace Pizza, or not Peace Pizza, Parlor Pizza.
Oh, Parlor. And
they did like pictures or something in Parlor for some reason, where we sat in the middle of afternoon. Yes, in the middle of, on a Saturday, in the middle of Old Town.
Fulton Market.
Fulton Market.
On Green Street, I think, or whatever the hell that is.
As cars were getting pissed.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, dude, that's a busy area. That could only imagine.
I just kind of assumed you guys were off to the side. So
No. This bus driver, me and the bus driver became pretty cool because, again, I was having, at times, I was having some difficulty finding people to talk.
Yeah.
Getting the
guy's like, hey, maybe you slip me a couple Michelob Ultras.
Yeah,
like, why not, baby?
So, and then there was a bunch. So Mike picked a couple places that there were.
It's going to take a couple to get your buzz. You'll be good.
Yeah,
You're good, baby.
I got you.
It's water, baby.
So one of the picture spots, there was a ton of people doing pictures. So there's a bunch of weddings, and I'm just going around talking to the weddings. I'm like, hey, our wedding's better than yours. I'm sorry. I just wanted to let you know that.
I'm the old guy of the group. Hi, how are
you? So, just throwing jabs, and everybody looked great. Here's the crazy part. So I forget that a lot of weddings are very similar. No joke, one bridal party had the exact same dresses our bridal party had.
So Pierre got on their bus and was like, this is a better bridal party. Let's go.
The bridal party might have been... No, the women actually were very nice, very interesting people. I would have loved to party with any of the people there. I was in the mode of, let's go.
Yeah, Pierre was just, Well, I couldn't tell when you got to the reception. You were like, let's go. And you slapped me on the chest twice.
I had to let you know it was time, baby.
Why don't you tell Peter about the desk there you got from Mike at Fred O'Reilly's?
Peter, what?
You were, according to you, when we were at the reception, we were at, you told us that you got to Fred O'Reilly's, you did the shot, and you're like, oh, yeah, and you tried to order a margarita, and Mike gave you the death stare of...
Oh, so wait, I'll tell you the story. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm buzzing pretty good. Like, might be...
It's like, oh, we're getting drinks. Let's get...
Every time we're stopping at the bar, I'm like, Mike, do I got time for a margarita? Because we're at Fat O'Reilly's. They got a great margarita.
There's multiple shots going around.
I didn't know what we're doing. I didn't know if it was going to be in and out. So, but okay, we walk in.
Wait,
this is a good one, too.
I have a very quick question just to... About the whole day, including this part. Was there a schedule put out at all? So did you know what the plan was?
No, I only knew where to be, and then everything else was a surprise.
Just going with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Okay.
So I had no idea what was going on. So again, we're also totally dressed up. We're with the bride. We walk into...
I just realized this. They're doing photos before the wedding.
Yeah.
So he sees the bride before.
They do the first viewing.
Gavin did that for his wedding. Gavin, we all stood outside.
So then afterwards, they just party. Okay. There's no bull BS picture taking. It's all before. So we go walk in the Federal Alleys. We have a bride with us. The place erupts.
Yeah.
They're cheering. And I swear to God, I'm getting the crowd going.
Pierre's the middle line.
Yes, I'm Freddie Mercury. I'm screaming, it's you and you.
Peter's that old guy in New Orleans up in the stands. It's third down. He's turning around to everybody.
Oh, dude, but I'm following a group of dudes. I'm getting the crowd going. I'm thinking we're going back to
Peter's like, we're going to get we're getting some brewskis. We're going to have a good time.
We're going to have a great time. I'm thinking we're going to a back area. We're going to do a couple pictures, maybe have a drink or something. Dudes, I take the whole party. I have the party going. I have this line of people following us. I'm following these dudes. We all end up in the men's washroom. I had them cheer us to the men's washroom. I'm like, Oh, this is embarrassing, guys. How am I supposed to walk out here? I had everybody, and then we did.
I did it. Everything came out okay. Yay!
we had to walk around the whole bar after that. I go to Mike. I'm like, hey,
any dribble?
Can I get a margarita? And he looked at me and he's like, get on the bus. I'm like, all right, let's go. It was a good time though. It was good. Yeah,
back on the bus.
So party bus and gun threes would be a great option if we were going to do something in the city.
Oh, that would be yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick. But then all I thought about was what would we do? All play board game together?
No, we just go to the bar and get a good bunch of beers.
Get some
myself a delirium.
There you go.
On tap, probably.
We'd carry Joey down the aisle.
You're going to think I'm crazy,
but I just have to show up.
You're going to think I'm crazy. You're going to hear a lot of words here, but I want all the Coors Light you have. Yeah. Now, what you heard was I want a lot of Coors Light. No, I want all the Coors Light you have.
Yeah, it was a pretty good time, boys. Let me tell you what it was. But and then me and Lauren actually had a conversation about this. We went to Miguel's, John Jacobs, Lauren's, Tia's sisters, Pat Lynch's, and Mike Boss's. So I went to 5 this year, and I was like, of the 5, what do you think the best was? And
Pat Lynch's.
I don't think you can choose one as the best. Like I think there's great parts of every single one. Like Pat's pre to the wedding was kind of like
rough. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike's pre to the party was amazing. Pat's music, no one tops Pat's music.
Yeah.
Tia's sister's dinner was out of this world. Mm-hmm. So they all had like it, Yeah. So they all had their own little thing that was nice. And now if you could combine that and just make it one.
Yeah, John's was pretty solid at the beginning.
Man, yeah, it was. Take notes. Take notes for your own one day.
The only problem was Mike's wedding. No, like it was just me. I tried so hard to get that dance floor going.
Oh, Pierre was the only group, the only wedding party person out there.
What were they doing? Just standing and talking?
But they're all like. So here's another thing. Like it's either I try to again for all day. I'm making conversation trying, and I finally have Chris and Lauren, and I'm like, I just want to go and party. Like I'm just going on the dance floor. I don't want to talk to anybody. And Mike's sister. Nikki came on, was dancing with us. We had a couple guys.
I don't know if I've ever met Mike's sister. Is she older or younger?
Yes, older. She lives in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the other guys were just, and they're all frat friends, and they're all like, so they were fine just kind of talking and shooting I don't know how many times any of those guys came out on the dance floor, but me and Lauren did not leave the dance floor from top to end.
Interesting. Okay.
And then came home, and then Sunday was a bit rough.
Yeah, he was under the weather.
Did you ever make it out with the gentleman, Pat?
It was just me and Pat.
Well, I told Pat and Chris we were going to be at Jefferson Tap if they wanted to come.
But he texted us that he was going to Jefferson Tap while we were like literally getting off the highway to go to the Gold Star Lounge. And he literally, if he had texted us like 10 minutes before that, he would have gotten us, and we could have gone to Jefferson.
So you left not long after Chris then, or
no? I left. I stayed there until like 11ish. So like Peter left. Okay. So they were closing at midnight for that. So I was there for pretty much the whole entire thing. Peter had a whole hour without me.
I smashed.
So you stayed the whole wedding?
Oh yeah, I didn't. Yep.
Was there an after party?
Yeah, Jefferson. Yeah, I was at Jefferson.
Oh, and that was at. That was
okay.
That was like somewhere
shot
downtown.
The shenanigans with a bunch of people, and then we left about 2:30. So I was in bed by 3.
He was not in bed by 3. He was smashing my McDonald's that I mistakenly ordered to his apartment.
Yeah. So but just again, Pat. I was really hoping no one would say anything, and Pat texted at like 11. I'll be there at 11:15. I'm like,
oh, I remember you said, yeah.
Oh, all right, Joe. All right, Pat. You got it, dude. And then I had a Thanksgiving dinner at night, and I'm just sitting there trying to pretend not to be hungover. Yeah, it was tough. It's a long day, but I'm here. And listen. It wasn't that bad because by Wednesday, I was ready to have a nice cold beer on a blackout Wednesday. It's not going to be a traditional completely blacked out, but going to have some fun. Going to enjoy myself. Yep. Thursday, have a nice dinner. Friday, a little spa treatment. Saturday, I have a date night with Chris. Sunday, I'm going to sleep in. Oh, yeah, Chris McGraw is getting... but then, so I did offer to Pat what we're doing, and they've jumped on as well.
Did you guys Do you guys plan on I know a big tradition for you guys around Thanksgiving, right, is to go see a movie. Am I right? Or was that
That's
Christmas?
Oh, we will definitely.
Christmas.
We're going to see Willy Wonka on Christmas. But
Got it.
sure,
Okay.
we do usually do a movie, like a holiday movie, on Thanksgiving to my parents.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we'll definitely do that. So Joe, what is the parents cooking for Thursday?
So parents actually going to a restaurant.
Ooh.
Not gonna cook anything at all.
What time's that at?
That's. I think we're gonna pick them up around like 4:30 or 5:30, and then dinner's at 6:30. I think.
Okay, we're at.
Gibson's. I think.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, taking him to a steakhouse, either Gibson's or Morton's.
That is a random. That's crazy that they're open.
I honestly didn't think they would be either. Yeah, we were thinking maybe we'd go to like a Chinese restaurant or something because I feel like that's what's more open on the holidays. But yeah, found a restaurant, so we're gonna do that.
And just your parents didn't want to cook, or you just didn't want them to cook? Or?
Didn't. Yeah, like the last
They
few
would
years
have cooked they would have cooked the 50-pound like prime rib and like a turkey and a ham, and Joe would have been left with food for 2 days.
Since COVID, we haven't really done a lot of like big family dinners anymore. So we did it last year, but I was like, what if we just throw out the idea of going to a restaurant? Like just take it off of everyone's plate, show up, eat food, and then be done with it. And they're like, yeah, we like that idea. Okay, cool. So
Are your sister and Eric going, or?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I won't lie. I have been very bad on the planning of this, but I do know I have to block out time for tomorrow evening. Sarah's kind of been putting this all together.
Oh, okay.
I haven't. But I know it's a restaurant. I know it's with my parents. I think Katie and Eric are there. They might be going with Eric's family. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, restaurant tomorrow somewhere. I think it's out in the suburbs, too. I think we tried to look around here, and it wasn't.
There's no
available.
options, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to imagine Rosemont might be an option. Or is that probably big crowded?
Yeah, get away from Longhorn. No need to go to Longhorn.
Well, they do have a Gibson's and a
Yeah,
Morton's
they
at
have a Gibson.
Rosemont.
Yeah, they have a Rosemont
Oh,
Gibson.
that's right. Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
It's like right by your office.
Maybe that's where we're at then.
So I was going to throw out what's your most underrated and overrated side on Thanksgiving, but it doesn't sound like Joe's getting any of that tomorrow.
Oh,
so
no.
Chris McGraw, what is your most underrated side that you think people don't love as much as you love?
Oh, I have no
I
clue
can
because
still-
Think about it.
I have answers.
Well,
Go
listen.
ahead, Joseph. Wait, well, listen to him.
Go ahead, Chris.
Well,
you
I
start.
don't eat green bean casserole. I don't eat stuffing.
Okay, so what do you
So
think?
literally, I eat mashed potatoes, corn, and the turkey.
So you could say corn is an underrated.
I don't
dish.
think corn's underrated. I
Not
think
a
they
lot of
all
people
get, I think all the choices that I choose out there.
Could
are
you just
pretty-
play the game? You're on a
I
podcast.
can't play.
goddammit.
I cannot play the game when I don't know. When I don't think anything is.
You just Pat Lynched me right there. I'm going to be honest with you right now.
No, I'm giving you the honest truth. I don't think anything's underrated on that plate. Overrated, maybe the little buns that you get.
Okay,
The
that's
Hawaiian
fair.
rolls?
No, we
just
get
the
like
other
you
ones.
just get like the dinner rolls. I think
Oh,
they're kind
okay.
of
I get
overrated.
what
They're
you're
not.
If they're overcooked, they're definitely overrated.
What's the cranberry shit?
I could also cranberry
sauce.
Yeah, cranberry sauce. I don't eat that.
Can go fuck itself in the ass. That shit
You know,
sucks.
you know what I'll give you is underrated?
That is
Mom's
trash.
weird Jello celery thing.
I don't give
Do you think
it.
that's underrated?
That is underrated.
Okay.
People apparently like it. Comes home empty-handed every year somehow.
Yeah, no, it's not the. I'm okay with that. You're right. I don't think it's overrated because I don't think a lot of people actually like cranberry sauce anymore. You know one thing sorry, go ahead, Joe.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, yeah, that's my big thing. I feel like
You don't
it's
like-
such a thing that I've heard growing up, and I'm like, we never had this, or we did, and we forgot to take it out of the can or do fancy stuff, and it's just like, man.
I wonder how that ever got played. Like, what did you do with the cranberry sauce? Because it doesn't seem like it goes with anything. Would you put it on the turkey? Is that what they did back in the day? Because
I think that's what they do.
Because their turkey was so dry, they just didn't know how to cook
Pretty
it.
much, yeah. I think that's what you would do is you
Got
put it on the turkey.
mushed into the mashed potatoes, so it's all on one big.
Maybe,
Oh.
well, the other thing I could think you could possibly do is maybe put it with the stuffing, and it makes it like a sweet and like savory, salty type deal.
Stuffing for
Well-
me is the underrated. My family makes some stuffing that I really love.
Okay, that's fair.
And I'm like, oh my god, yeah. Not the stuff in the turkey. It was like a separate stuffing that was made.
I don't think that you're not. I don't think a lot of people do in the stuffing anymore. In the turkey stuffing,
Yeah.
because
It's not really good for you.
yeah. It's
Oh,
supposedly
really?
there's a higher chance. For years people have done this and eaten it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a problem. But I think there's a higher chance that you could get food poisoning from that.
I think it's salmonella.
Oh.
Yeah, just because
Never had that problem.
because the turkey drips, when it's
It's
undercooked,
uncooked.
drips onto this bread. The bread soaks it up, and if the
If it's
inner
not cooked.
And if you don't cook,
thoroughly
if you don't
enough.
cook the stuffing all the way through, yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Again, for years, people have been eating that like that. So we're just pansies nowadays. So I have one. I'm going to start with a new thing that I just recently had. I've never had before. On Sunday, we had broccoli casserole, which is pretty much cheesy broccoli, but like Ritz crackers crushed it on top.
Okay.
Can it be underrated if you've never had it?
No, I'm saying this is like my new this.
Oh.
This was.
You were asking for underrated, overrated, so you just cheated the game, Pat Lynch.
If you would have just listened to me,
you cheated the game, Pat Lynch. You cheated the game. We asked for underrated.
We always have to have one Pat Lynch on this podcast.
We asked for underrated and overrated. Not this fancy.
We didn't ask anything. We didn't give any options on anything. We did nothing for the podcast.
We asked for underrated and overrated. Not this new fancy dish that you tried for the first time that you love.
It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We're giving
thanks
that we
stuff.
get
This
to.
is
how family does it. Shut your goddamn mouth.
We're bringing up politics next, motherfucker. Get your ass ready. No. So it's the new thing that I like a new star to the. I've never heard of broccoli casserole before, dude. Out of this world. I was hungover as shit, and Lauren. So I didn't want to again at her family parties. Everybody's very polite. No one does like the second plate. No one overeats. It's very there's always so much left over, but everybody's like standoffish. No one tries to act like a fatty.
Here, just grabs a whole entire tray and eats it.
I want to get in there so bad for seconds, but no one else is going up for seconds, so I'm not going to be that dude. Lauren's like, I'm a little full.
I would do it.
Before even she finishes her sentence, I'm a little full. I grab her plate and start eating the broccoli casserole. I'm like, I'm so sorry you're full. Give me that.
I'll help you.
And I was, dude, tomorrow making broccoli casserole.
Nice.
I'm so excited for it. Smoking the turkey.
Where is it going to be? Is it going to be at your parents'?
It's going to be at my parents'. Smoking the turkey. And broccoli casserole. My overrated. I honestly have never been the biggest stuffing fan. I think it's because my parents don't do it well. For me, I know people love stuffing. It's kind of overrated to me. And my underrated, for sure, has always been the green bean casserole. I think that's...
It's fair. You've always been a big fan of it.
Never grew up with green bean casserole. Didn't have that until I was in high school, and it got brought to a potluck.
Oh, what is Saturday's dinner going to be?
That's probably going to be much closer to like a proper Thanksgiving dinner.
It's going to be tacos.
Yeah.
Oh, tacos sound so good.
Tacos.
Turkey tacos.
Tacos.
Cranberry salsa.
Corn tortillas. Elotes. It's just a pure,
maybe a burrito or a quesadilla.
Pure Mexican meal. Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be so sick.
Yep.
That's nice. What time's that dinner at?
I don't know. We gotta be up and out there.
He's got to be there by 9:30.
By noon or like 11. So that'll be
Joe's mother-in-law needs him there. It has a strict timeline of when Joe needs to be there.
What's that day like? So you get there, let's say 12:30.
I think they're gonna start with like decorating the tree. That's like their big post Thanksgiving thing. Like all the family decorates the tree, and they usually have leftovers, but I don't know if they're going to have leftovers or if they're going to make a meal. Like, I don't know if anybody's coming in for Thanksgiving because we won't be there.
Yeah. So they feed you leftovers.
So normally they'd feed leftovers and have drinks, and it's kind of like an all-day ordeal.
So Joe's just
decorating, eating, drinking, and then it just goes like further into drinking through the night. That's the one nice thing. They've got tons of
good alcohol.
Tons of good alcohol. You want whiskey? It's there. Wine? It's there. Beer? It's there.
It seems like a 2-hour deal that
but it's like a whole day.
Our family's really good about 2 hours. Get the hell out of here.
It has taken some adjusting to, that's for sure. Because for us it was like an evening, but for Sarah's family it's like a whole day thing.
Oh no, yeah, we're changing that.
And the drinking makes it better.
Yeah.
I don't mean it in a bad way.
I like the 2-hour deal. 2 hours.
I'm a fan.
We got to go look at the battery here. Hold on. Go ahead. Keep it going.
I'm a big fan of the In and Out, but I have grown to love just like proper day drinking, and it's gotten bigger. Like with more people, like people get boyfriends or people get girlfriends or people get whatever.
And they just want the light.
And it's like a whole thing. So yeah, I just drink a lot during it.
That sounds about right.
And that makes it a lot of fun because it seems like they also like to drink, which is nice. It's not. I've been having this conversation with Sarah recently. Like, I like that your parents like to drink, and they do it right. Not like my family who likes to drink
and just doesn't stop.
It just turns into a full-on brawl or a fight, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it doesn't stop till there's an out of service sign at the door at the bathroom door. So
Oh,
it's
God.
like I like that a lot. I've grown to really enjoy that.
Fair enough.
How far into it are we?
7:45 or
7:40.
45 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how I feel.
What was the battery on the camera?
Is almost done.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
had to do a little switcheroo there.
Can't do an hour on the camera. Good to know.
Yes. Oh, absolutely not. So 45 minutes, not terrible.
No.
And we got the light back on. Your other somehow your other outlet now works.
I told you it was working when I put the can opener in and tried it out. You don't listen very well.
The nice thing is, here's the thing for Lauren's family. If they don't live close enough, so one of us always has to drive. So their Christmas Eve, they do Christmas Eve. They get a little bit more tipsy. They get a
little more wasted.
I have to be the driver, so I don't ever get wasted.
And I will say that's a thing. Like when we don't spend, I'm almost like at this point saying like, hey, if we're gonna do this, like just spend the night, because the issue is everybody's drinking, everybody's having a good time. I'm the one driving.
Yeah.
I'd rather just be able to drink and then go home early in the morning and get out of there.
Yeah.
It's like a 30, 40-minute drive.
Absolutely.
So it's like...
Yeah, unless you Uber, which is not the worst. But again, it's those long Ubers are kind of awkward.
Yeah.
So
guy has on the Christian radio station.
Oh, Jesus, sweet baby mama.
Now,
not my jam. Not my jam.
No.
So at Lauren's family, like on Sunday, a few of them they all have they'll have a couple beers. Some of them will get a little bit.
Thanksgiving early, did they?
Well, they do it the week before, so everybody doesn't have to worry about coming on Thanksgiving.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, but no, when I own a property, I will be throwing every year. I'll be throwing Thanksgiving, and it will start at 2:00. Drinks will be, the bar will be open at 2:00, dinner will be at 5:00, and football games will be on. We'll have the whole shenanigans, but it will be a open house. People come in, come out whenever you want. If you want to come up for a drink, you want to say
sneak in, just get my plate and run away.
Yeah, for sure. Or you could just take it to go.
I'm just gonna run away.
But the house will be wide open. Music will be flying. It'll be a party, more of a a traditional kind of like. I love it on Thursday. I love family traditions. I like cooking, so that's what I cannot wait for.
Yeah.
And just gotta get Chris here married and having little kitties. So we have little babies running around that I don't have to worry about.
Your shot at little babies running around her with you and Lauren.
No, Jesus. Well, we're all going to be properly childless.
I'll have kids one day. Something.
Yeah.
I think, assuming.
Yeah, you'll have one.
Dude,
I'll bring him over.
Here's a side note. Not a side note, but a side little bar here is everybody in that wedding was married and had children. Had maybe one or two children.
Oh boy, no dice.
How many people were married in Pat's wedding? One,
you,
two. Was it
on her side? Her two brides, her maid of honor, and so you and Frank.
Oh,
and
Frank,
then the girl I walked with and her matron of honor.
So it was 2 and 2 on each side, right?
Oh no, 3 because Jess is technically married to Frank.
Oh, I
so
guess,
me and Peter, Peter, and her sister were the only ones not married.
Got it. So it was like a 60-40 split.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like almost half because I mean, like we had 8 and it was 3 to 5.
Yeah.
Everybody there had a kid.
Everybody was married. Me and Sean were not married, and he didn't have a kid. But those are the only people who were not married and not have kids. So 2 out of the 14.
Holy Christ, 14.
Our group.
He had 7. It was 7 and 7.
Holy shit.
Oh no, sorry, 3. Nikki was not married and did not have any kids.
That's still a lot. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, because our group is only now starting to get married.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
Mike's the last of his group.
Yeah.
I know, and they're all having kids now.
I think mine is
You were the first. Well, Max, no, you're right. Absolutely, Max was right.
But like in the immediate, still live in Chicago, yeah.
You were the first.
It's only starting now.
I'm thinking about my high school buddies. None of them are married. Besides Ralph and Conrad.
3.
Yeah.
Ralph, Miguel, and Conrad.
Yeah. Then Miguel did just get married.
He just did, yeah.
Reno's been engaged for like 8 years.
18 years.
Yeah.
Craziness, crazy. It's such a different. It's such a different because they wanted to go rowdy.
It is funny,
but
though.
They were like but their rowdy was way different.
Yeah, it is funny how you find people of like mindsets in just that, like our stages of life are all pretty close.
Yeah,
like give or take a year. No one I know in this group is ready for a kid.
Oh no,
nope.
Like other than Frank and Jess who had one, no one is like married now. Start trying. No, not yet. Nope.
No. I know Brian. I think the funny part will be. Well, it'll be. Here's the thing. It'll be 2025. So 2024, I think, will be the last year of like probably no kids. And in 2025 or 2024. Well,
Maybe.
no, I think 2025 will probably be the start of people trying to have kids.
Yeah.
In our group. Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, but who knows with that? Like,
Nice. I'll be pushing 40.
It could be.
I know. I'm gonna have to start talking to Danny. Gonna need a guy to go out with. We have to just slide down the Hamilton. Hamilton.
Slide down that trade.
It's like a Hamilton slider. It's like Brian's out.
Mark's a little crazy.
Yep,
Oh no, Danny! Yeah, let's go, baby.
You can take Franklin.
Franklin's
That's
great.
always a solid. Yeah.
Oh, he's a solid and perfect. Wait, he would have been great in Vegas for sure. I thought about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he would have
Has
definitely.
he talked about doing Michigan?
Yo, I think he's in.
He's in. Okay.
That pissed me off so much. So here's the other thing. So we'll throw this up on last little topic, and we'll close out this beautiful podcast. Is, so we ladies and gentlemen, you know this if you've been a podcast fan for a few years. We have you do a January ski trip up in Michigan. Our spot has been discovered. It is. There are zero Airbnbs left. Pretty much.
Wow.
You know why I started looking?
We got it later last year, didn't we? It was
I got it. Yeah. Well, no, we booked probably in December.
Oh, did we? Okay.
I usually start
November,
looking.
though.
Yeah. I guess maybe I did in October. I don't know. I'd have to look, but I wasn't going to start looking until more recently. But the guy that Lauren's cousin who went last year. We were talking at Thanksgiving, and unfortunately he's not going this year, but his buddies are going. And he was telling me his buddies were booked in September, and it was slim pickings in September.
Wow.
And he told me last year, the Friday going up, skiing was great. Saturday, it was insanely packed. So this makes me nervous for this year.
Oh, boy.
The only nice thing is we're going to be in Harbor Spring, and we can all those bars, all the new funner bars, in Harbor Spring,
we can walk to. Where we were at with like the
gypsy vodka.
Bar.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because then the only other bars that we go to are like
Petoskey. But we can do that Friday. We don't get wasted anyways. Exactly. I could drive that. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping I think Frank's going to come. But
I was really excited about the bunk bed one. I know you said we were going to share a bed, but I saw those bunk beds and I was like,
no fucking chance.
We do bunk beds together. That'd be fucking awesome.
Feel like so
Farrell squash
like
on the bottom.
Yeah.
our original Airbnb turned into a long-term rental, which is cool, good for them, whatever. But that kind of pissed me off because we had to go take this condo, and it's run by a management company, and they sent me like 4 questionnaires I have to fill out.
Really? Like,
I'm so frustrated.
Yeah.
This is the same thing like the Vegas stuff.
Really? Same thing?
Kind of, you know how like we were going to do that house, and they sent me like 9,000 things to fucking read and fill out. And I'm like, relax. Like,
Airbnb is becoming too complicated.
It is. I'd rather do a hotel at these
hey,
points.
do the dishes, do this, do that.
Here's a $250 cleaning fee.
Yeah.
They gave us a 40% discount or something and jacked up the cleaning fee.
Oh, yeah. That's the way to do it.
That's my one rant of the week.
That's what's Chapman Peters
shit on the walls.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, and then I'm thinking about
Make that cleaning fee worth it.
I was thinking about us in Vegas. We did nothing in Vegas that could have been any type of destruction.
Oh, no.
Like we were there.
We even called for garbage pickup because we were keeping shit so clean.
It's insane. All right, boys. I'm super excited for tonight. We're gonna have some fun, get some beers. Tomorrow's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a great weekend. Thank you, Joe, for
returning to the podcast again.
Yes, because it would have been.
Thank you guys for doing it today.
It would have been a great podcast on Saturday.
Yeah,
with me and Peter.
I'd been so zenned out because I'm doing meditation. I'm doing yoga. I'm doing
you need it because you don't understand overrated versus underrated.
Okay, right. We're gonna let that slide.
No, we're not.
You and me.
Wait, no, we're gonna.
Ladies
I'm
and
gonna
gentlemen,
kill you.
check out the YouTube. There's gonna be a short of me kicking Chris's ass.
Yeah, there's gonna be a short of Pierre getting his ass kicked. You're right.
So to be thankful, I'm thankful.
World star.
Yeah, I'm thankful for Chris and his attitude.
That sweater's not going to make it past another 15 minutes. You keep that mouth running.
Old Fistmis.
They really put something in that Fistmis. It makes you really want to fight.
Yeah, it seriously does. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us here on a beautiful Wednesday night pre-game Blackout Wednesday.
Should I give my very quick lock of the century of the week?
Oh, the Joe C. lock of the century.
I missed it last week during the podcast.
Tittle-bitties?
They only gave us for the games tomorrow, and I don't really feel like reading them.
You got one? Give me
I
one.
could get one. Hold on.
It's okay if you got to get your phone. Forget it.
I'll grab my pick'ems.
Don't knock anything over now.
Man, the roller coaster I've ridden on pick'ems.
Oh, it's so bad.
From like 11th to 3rd. Now I'm in like 12th or 15th.
We're 17. We
missed pick number 16 last week. 16 pointer last week. Realized it at like 7:04.
We need an Uber, right, Joe?
I can. Sarah can. I'll tell Sarah to. I'll tell Sarah to come pick us up.
Well, we got to be there by 7:50, or Lauren's going to kick my butt. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to get the Uber.
Okay. All right, let me know.
Oh crap!
Do you want the pick'ems and then
yes.
the?
Go ahead, Joe. You can give
for the lock of the century of the week.
Go for the lock of the century of the week.
All right, I'm picking your San Francisco 49ers to
Woo!
beat the Seattle Seahawks.
That is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I will get that out on the Twitter. Chris, give me some locks here. Give me a couple. Give me one. Give me one.
The 49ers are 7-0-1 against the spread in division games this season, but are 1-4 against the spread in their past 5 games overall. So take the 49ers at -7 on the road against the Seahawks.
Okay.
And then
49ers to cover what?
To cover 7 points against Seattle tomorrow.
Okay. Got it. That's crazy because I didn't really like that game, but okay.
Yeah, nothing else is really that great. I mean, Detroit is 11-1 against the spread in their past 12 division games. You know what that one is? Last week. Thanks, Detroit, you jerks.
That's okay. All right, guys, give one thing that you're thankful for 2023, and we'll end this beautiful podcast. Chris?
Joe being on the podcast.
Having great friends. Having great friends and family, man. So lucky.
You can't end the podcast better than that.
So lucky.
Chris, get me out of here.
Bye. I can't play any music.